Okay. Hey guys, if anyone's watching this, I thought I'll just make a quick little video um of my second book, book 2. Like this is the avatar. Um so I'm just gonna quickly flip the camera around to show you the books, I guess. So this was book 1. If you watched any of my previous couple of videos, that's the one I showcased with all of the sketches of when I was still in London, working in House of Fraser in Shepherd's Bush. This here is book 2. It's supposed to say phase 2 there. Can't really see it very well. It's rubbed out quite a bit. And obviously there's the logo again. But yeah, it's faded quite a bit. And yeah, this is my laptop situation here. Unfortunately, because of my cable situation with my phone and the laptop doesn't sync with the phone anymore. So obviously, not that this matters to anyone, but I can't connect the laptop to the phone. So yeah, so I can't like edit the videos in a way that would be more entertaining, I guess. But anyway, here we go. Just hang tight. Okay. So the time right now is currently 1:22 in the morning. So I'm gonna try and be a bit quiet here. So hopefully this is nice and clear on there. So this is our first page, kinda. One of my mates asked me to draw a picture of his dog a little while ago. This is a Dalmatian. Just a random sketch there. Wait. Yeah, that shouldn't even be in this book, to be fair. But yeah, because this is from another book. But our real intro page is this face here. Again, a little bit disproportionate. This was back when I was still in London. This is when I actually started, when I got a new sketchbook specifically for these journeys to Shepherd's Bush. I'm going to try and be as coherent as I can with these as I'm going through. I'm going to try and make it as entertaining as I can. And I'm going to try and put some music over this as well. But we'll see about that because I record these on my phone and then I just upload them. And YouTube is a bit weird with their copyright. So this is a couple dancing. Most of these early drawings, to be honest, were just pose studies. So what I would normally do is I draw a pose of the subjects and then I elaborate on those poses with various designs and shades. That's kind of my style at this point now. That's what I like to do. Here we've got 3 little birds singing sweet songs. Yeah, just a study on the hummingbird. Love the hummingbirds. Very interesting little birds, very colorful, and the way they flap their wings is quite amazing. Apparently they flap their wings a couple of 100 times a minute, something like that. I would Google it, but don't want to waste anyone's time here, so we're not going to do that. This is a nice little horse sketch with some design markings, I guess. This one here was inspired by Devil May Cry 3, the video game, the PS2 video game. If you haven't played it, if you don't know about it, highly recommend giving it a shot. But in the game, our main character, Dante, goes up against a spiritual demon, I guess, that's in the form of a horse and chariot. The demon itself is called Geryon. I think it's Geryon. That's how you spell it. It's spelled Geryon. So I'd assume that's Geryon. And yeah, that I think I just liked that whole thing. So yeah, I wish I could edit this and put a bunch of images and videos in it, but yeah, that's what this was inspired by, a demon horse, so to speak. Yeah. Oh yeah, in case you may not have noticed, I love like cartoons and anime, and that is a huge source of inspiration for me. So I use that. I use a lot of anime as a source of inspiration for me, because I just, because anime is inspirational, as we know. So this is a very chubby tiger. People always used to ask me what's this meant to be. Yeah, it's meant to be a tiger, but I got the proportions a little bit wrong when I was drawing it, so this is what we ended up having. But yeah, like I said before, the mistakes are part of it as well. They're all part of it. This one here is a female study, and I called this one Hermes on account of these feathers on her legs. I mean, obviously in Greek mythology, Hermes was a messenger of the gods, and he was known for his ability to run really fast and cover great distances in a short space of time. But obviously in Greek mythology, he was male. But that's the great thing about art. You can literally make it whatever you like, So in my version of Hermes, it's a woman. As I've mentioned in my previous other videos, I love music, and for me, when I listen to music, it's like a spiritual experience, It can take you to a spiritual place and really allow you to connect with the higher powers that may be. And this image here sort of demonstrates that. So I'll let the image explain itself, really. Yeah. Yeah, obviously, like I said, I like the ideas of nature, of like opposites merging as one. So on the left side, it's all wild nature. On this side, it's wild nature. And on this side, it's civilized man-made structures. So savage nature, civilization. So yeah, this was all when I was still back in London. So I was still kind of growing in my style. This here, people did like this one a little bit. I think I posted this on my Instagram years ago, back in like 2016 or something, just before I moved to Cambridge. I think we moved to Cambridge, and like this is obviously a male and a female sitting together with some elephants there. These were all like tattoo designs, but not, not intentionally tattoo designs. They were just designs that look like they could be tattoos, so to speak. But yeah, the reason why I'm making a lot of these videos, by the way, is so that I've always wanted to share these artworks and with as many people as I can. Instagram is great, but it seems like it's a constant battle on Instagram to get your stuff seen and acknowledged. So I thought I would immortalize the stuff here on YouTube. If anyone does see this, please leave a comments. And if anyone's familiar with the anime Tokyo Ghoul, the earlier seasons, I think I wasn't at uni yet, but in the earlier seasons there was a group of ghouls in the anime. I'm not going to explain what the anime is about. Google it if you want to know. But there was a gang called the Black Dobers in the anime, which I really loved. They were in the anime for a very short time. But anyway, here we've got a beautiful Doberman sketch that I love. Looking real strong, looking real sweet. Like Doberman, I've always been like one of my favorite types of dogs. That's why I drew this. It doesn't have anything to do with Tokyo Ghoul really. I just had to point out the Black Dobers. Because in anime there's a lot of cool designs and cool ideas, and I think it's important to highlight those and shout them out when you can. Okay, this one is one of the few like sketches that I did that I actually had a name for, like a placeholder name. The titles and the names don't really matter, but I've always viewed it as it's another opportunity to be creative. Like you can draw or write or create music, but you always need a name for the creation that you've made. So this one here, I drew this really because I wanted to study the eagle, right? I wanted to draw one of these American. I forgot what kind of eagle this is because it's not an American one. It's got this like flare bit on his head. I forgot the type of eagle it is, but I call this image the protector, and it looks like the woman is protecting the bird, but the bird also, because of its eye, looks like it is also the Protector. This is quite a long book, so I may not finish it in this video here. Like I mentioned before, like I did with the last book, I had to split it up into like 2 books because otherwise it was going to be a very long video. So we'll do a few more of these and then I think I might cut it off there. But here is Poseidon. Or my version of Poseidon, should I say. Basically, we're all familiar with the Little Mermaid and Ursula. I just thought this is a cool version of a bad guy. So yeah, that's my version of the Greek god Poseidon, with all of his tentacles. Pretty straightforward, right? Pretty straightforward. And then this one, let's see. So, hope that translates well on the camera there. But 2 lovers kissing from a different perspective. There's a pretty little owl there for us. Don't have a title for this one, even though this one probably did deserve a title. And then we've got this violinist as well, going ham. I was actually going to do a lot more with this one, with the hair and everything, but I was kind of displeased with how disproportionate it is. Like, art is an ongoing challenge, so sometimes, even though you've done something loads of times, you may still fumble and make the same mistakes from before. So yeah, I wasn't too happy with this one. I think I abandoned this one before it reached its fullest potential. And then this one was actually one of my favorites, even though it wasn't as good as it could have been. I call this one The Sound of Oblivion. I was gonna give her a halo right up here, but yeah, it's obviously an angel with the longest hair, playing a violin, or like playing a violin with you know, like an angel of death, so to speak. That's why I called it The Sound of Oblivion. Pretty crazy. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking with this one, but as we can see right here, that's a dahlia flower there with some kind of yeah, we've got a moth on this side here, and then a giant butterfly right here. I was trying to make the images as abstract as possible. But sometimes they're so abstract that even I don't really understand them, you know? And then this one's quite simple. If you're familiar with Attack on Titan, like I mentioned before, this one is not necessarily inspired by that, but It's kind of reminiscent of that because of there's a character in Attack on Titan, the anime, that has an exoskeleton, and he's called the Armored Titan, and it looks like it's bone and stuff, you know. So yeah, just another female study there. Quite simple. 20 minutes. All right. Let me just see how many more we got. Oh man. Okay, cool. So we've got quite a lot more in this one. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna end it on the next 3. So this one is, I don't really have a title for this one, but this is my version of Madame Web before it was an awful movie. It's just a woman with a giant spider with her and holding 2 swords, you know, like in a very stylish pose. I heard Madame Web is an awful movie. I wasn't surprised because it looked awful from the trailers. I don't know what people were expecting. But yeah, that was pretty bad. I don't know what they were thinking. This one, another perspective test here. So we got the logo there. I use a stencil for the logo because, you know, I just love that. Then we got 2 lovers here just getting a little bit wild. And then if you flip it and look at the perspective, we've got some deer, you know. Pretty simple. And then to end it off, we've got the creators of the world. So, got the world right here, and 2 lovers creating it, pretty much. Their love is creating the world. That was the idea behind this. And obviously roses and planets are like my favorite things to draw, so mixing them together is just always a great experience. Like the planet coming out of the rose, that's something I've just always loved to do. But yeah, we're gonna end it there. The next one we're gonna start with is gonna be pretty sweet as well. So yeah, please check out the next video. Whenever I make these videos, I always forget to like plug my other stuff, because honestly I don't feel like anyone's gonna see this stuff. But if you do see this, please consider subscribing, because I've got a target of hitting 500 subscribers by the end of the year. If you could help me with that, that would be greatly appreciated. Consider subscribing. I've got a Patreon as well, where you can go and get some free wallpapers. You don't have to sign up and pay for anything. You can just be a free member on there. You can get some wallpapers and some of my artwork and use it as you like, of course. And what else? You can get the wallpapers on Pinterest as well, but I don't know. Yeah, Pinterest. I'll put that in the description, I guess. But yeah, if you've made it this far, again, thank you for watching. And yeah, let's build this little community.